Hello, Pi Golfer enthusiasts. This is a more or less FYI, fill in the blanks type of video. I bought Pi Golf during the Black Friday promotion, and if you get Pi Golf, if you go to their site, um, I'm pretty sure that you'll be buying it through Amazon. That's the way I went there to their site and they were offering the same Black Friday price at Amazon, and I'm pretty sure they're the ones who's taking care of their fulfillment. So, just to give you a little background, I'm not a big golfer. My father was a golfer. I used his clubs when I played, and he took me playing pitch and putt, and that's all I've never played a real course, but I've always had a love of golf. When I got a computer, uh, I got Microsoft Golf. I think that was 99 or 98. And then after that, there was another, I don't know, there's Lynx 2001. I wasn't too thrilled with that. And then they upgraded to 2003, and I've been playing that for a while. So when I tell you about this game, which I really like, it's in comparison to those are the parameters: real golf, pitch and putt, not not live golf, not full size thing, and computer golf. Now there are only 20 courses you can play with the Pi Golf software, and if you pay $2 a month for them, you'll have, it should be pretty, a lot. But if you want more, there is another software. I'm pretty sure it's the E6 Connect. That's it. I think that's it. Name of it, because I have an Android, so I can't use it. But it has 38,000 courses. It's supposed to have every course on on the planet. I think the number is 38,661. So if there's a course, I don't know if that means par threes too. Because I play a little par three course here in New York. But if you have any kind of golf course, it's going to be on there. So that's one of the advantages of that. But that's only for iOS users, iPhone users. I use a cheap phone. It gave me a little problem. Um, I have a Samsung A13, and me being old fashioned, I figured, okay, I have to use a cable because I couldn't figure out how to. Well, anything I saw about casting, I said, well, gee, they're charging you to cast. They everything wanted a fee, so I said, okay, I'll get a cable and skip the fee, and I got the cable, and I waited for it on Amazon. And let me tell you, I spent a half a day, I mean a good 12 hours trying to play, 12 hours, 10 hours, playing around with this cable. And after when I had problems with it early, I wrote the manufacturer, who is Warkey, Warrky, and they responded to me within the 18-hour window they guaranteed, and told me that that edition of phone, any of the Samsung phones, starts with A. They have a USB C port, but it's on 2.0, not 3.1 or 3.2 protocol. So you can't use it. It doesn't support um, video and audio. So after trying, several, maybe 5 or 6 different programs, I don't know. I took a break and I looked at the internet again. I found a program called AIC Soft. That's AISEE Soft. as in C. So it said for Windows 7 and higher, free. So, the free is, the download is free. You're always going to have to pay for casting. And once I realized that, I said, okay, all right, I'll pay for this. And, they gave you a trial. The trial was you install it, you see it works. And then once you see it works, you pay for it. That was it. That's great. It's not a promotion for them. This is just facts of what I did, because I was going crazy with this thing. I'm not good with networking. I get frustrated. I'm a little confused, a little frustrated, but after a while, I'm the type of person, if it'll just stay in my brain until I can solve it. And sometimes you just need to give your brain a little break and go forth. So it worked, and then you have to compromise. I said, okay, I'm going to have to pay for casting. So I understand that, and everybody's got to make a buck, no problem with that. So $2 a month for the extra courses, more than the default course of Wolf Creek, and then whatever you were going to pay for your casting charge, anywhere from $5 a month to a 3-month charge for whatever X, and then I paid for and I paid for 3 months. I paid for a year. It was $30-something plus tax for a year, and that's about it. And if you want that other one, I don't know exactly how much that is, but I it's a certain, yeah. That's, if you have iOS, that's what you have to worry about. So I just wanted to tell you about a couple of anomalies with the game. And the first one that comes to mind is, putting's a little tough, but I guess you could make it, just think about all the times that the greens are going to be super fast, even when they say they're medium and small. Once you get to accustomed to the distance of a putt, and I wish they would come with two sensors, one for a putter that you could stick in the end of the putter, because you can put the sensor in your, where is it? Is this the swing stick? This is it. This is the swing stick that they use. It's the latest edition. The older editions this is black down here, but yeah, this is nice dense rubber. If you can hit it against something, it won't. It's okay. But I wish, because putting is a little bit different because the motion is a lot smaller, so it's harder to detect. So if you want to get used to the putting motion, what you really should do is use your putter first. All right, get used to how that feels, because after you've been swinging a club, trying to make drives and chips, all right, it's going to feel, the weight is just actually used to that type of weight. But on a real golf course, you feel the difference, where the club head difference is, and it's different in a putter than any other club, because the putter's loft angle is either 3 or 4 degrees, so it's just going to feel different when you move it. So if you practice the pendulum motion of the putter, this is, all you need to do is swing any club, hold it between your fingers, and go like this, right? So if you want to recreate that type of motion for your putter, you grab your putter first. I mean, it'd be a real pain in the ass to switch the sensor from one club to the other. That's why I say you really wish you had two. One for your real clubs and one for the swing stick. But that's probably going to cause some type of networking problem. And so it's not practical. But yeah, but the best way to get used to the right putting thing is to grab your putter on the first putter. So just grab your putter and get used to that motion, and then make your putt with your swing stick or whatever. Because although you can put your swing stick in a club, any club you want that has a little hole at the end, the newer ones. Um, my father has old clubs, Jack Nicklaus era type clubs. um, it's a pain in the ass to switch between just for, I mean, the putter is the club that you use the most. You're going to use it on every hole, unless you're really pretty, you get good with chips. But how many chips? You're not going to make 18 chips. You're not going to hold it from off the green 18 times. All right. So that's that. That being said about the tricky motion, this game allows for mulligans, and you want to have mulligans on, um, because when you align for the putting, a lot of times it'll take a very small motion that you didn't intend to register as a putt. So you don't want to use that. I've been playing Lynx 2K3 for the longest time, and I use a wireless mouse, and I always have all kinds of metal and electronics on my desk. And the wireless mouse, sometimes I get some really weird results when I click in. So after playing the game for 20 years, I decided now I'm going to put on mulligans, so my score doesn't have to suffer, and my psyche doesn't have to suffer because of that. So that's something that I think of which they are aware, and they're going to work. But yeah, this is it's just so much fun, just great because um after playing Lynx 2K3 20 years, I learned about golf in theory with the numbers and everything, but swinging this club, because I really do want to get out to a course. And I don't want to embarrass myself, and playing this game shows me I would be embarrassing myself. But it's a shortcut because it might not be as accurate as simulators that cost 10, 20 times as much, but that's the goal. You receive that for which you pay, and this is an excellent value. If you want to stay in shape during the off season or during downtime, like you had a golf game scheduled and it's pouring, you're not going to go, or you have some kind of commitment, you can't go, or let me tell you something. You can wake up and play nine. Like this morning, I woke up. I didn't have coffee. I thought about playing golf. I woke up. I was a little groggy, and then I thought about playing golf, and I turned on the game, and I had coffee later, eventually during the game. But yeah, you can knock out 9 holes in pretty quick. I watched the guy play. I did watch several videos. That's another thing you should. I tell you this because I've watched several videos. Not being as studious as I should be by researching everything and telling you who to watch and who I watched and what they'll tell you. But there's a bunch of good ones. There is one I can remember because it's a female, and she has a PhD. I think her first name was Susan, and it has to do with how you read the reports on this. See, I watched a lot of different videos because a lot of different people they'll tell you, they won't tell you the same thing. They'll tell you the same general things, but everybody's going to tell you a little something different that they found that they liked. And after you catch enough of them, you see the differences. You can put the puzzle together. So she detailed how you read the analytics that come along with it, and that's what really, really is going to help your game. If you can do the math. You don't do the math, well, that's the thing. But most golfers, they're pretty good with the numbers and whatever. So it did shut down a couple of times, but I don't know what I bought my phone used and I only had phone calls, so I wasn't looking for high performance. I think it's probably in the 64K range, maybe 128. But the more memory you have, with any video graphics, high intense graphics game, this is going to cast from your phone. It's set up for Android. And eventually those 38,000 games, they're working on it to get it to Android. But right now it's only on iOS. So I made this video because most of the video, all the videos that I watched, you had some guy in the living room or basement. One guy had a really excellent living room. He had a skylight and a fireplace. I'm not rich. Not like those people. They got money. I'm okay. I'm not poor. I'm retired. I bought this game and whatever. But yeah, rich or poor, right? And especially if you're starting a league, because basically I play golf more or less. I can't remember exactly dates that I stopped playing golf, because I gave up golf when I started to play horses. They're both daytime type of things. At least back then it was. Now they have lights on the course. So basically 50 years. But through the computer, I got to love it through the last 20 years. And I decided that I really wanted to get back to it, especially since now that I'm an old man and I can afford to play. There's a senior citizens discount on the city pitch and putt course, so it's like nothing to go out there. But I was bad. I was real bad. So when I saw this simulator, I said, "Well, gee, this is gonna put me a little closer, because if you don't have this simulator, you're gonna have to pay to go to a driving range or golf course to make any progress, right? This is the gap, okay? This is saving you time and money. It's making you happier. All right. So the purpose of me making this video, not being rich and whatever, to show anybody can do this. And if you have, I had an issue, trying to get this connected. So I made this because there's not a lot of support from the SAW, from the group. There is a Facebook group to which I applied. They haven't returned any decline or acceptance. So I figured if I made this video with the subtype of update, that people will realize that they don't have to have a 6-digit salary. Although a lot of golfers, it isn't expensive. It's not a cheap game, fees are generally around 50, from what I can hear, $50-$60 a round. And, whatever. I'm just saying that this is going to save you time and money and make you progress. And I find it well worth. Just think about the time that you're going to spend just to go practice, just to hit a bucket of balls. Now, I went to Virginia Beach, and a small bucket of balls was $4 at that place. A large bucket was $8, and that's 70 balls. Now, it's $6 a month. And when you lose this, when you play, you don't lose any balls. All right. So what I wanted to say, I think I lost track, was that, if you have any questions, any issues, I made this so that to get the ball rolling, because other people know other small points that I didn't detail. I didn't make an outline. I had the idea, and if you wait for things to be perfect, sometimes you're just not going to get it done. So I figured I would make this quickly, put it up with a clickbait title. Hope that what everybody who I can't do any of those fancy graphics and show you how things work, because that's not the type of person I am. Right? I don't have time for that. I have an idea. I don't have time to time to produce that. I mean, that's why I'm not a performer. I like playing music, but I don't like the business part of it, all the running around and phone calls and whatever. That takes the fun out of the artistry. So I just have to play for myself and not, not make any money. Not that I'm great, but I mean, a long time ago, a friend of mine asked me when I was playing horses, he says, well, at what can you make the most money? And then I thought about, if you want to be an artist, a performing artist, you have to produce from now until whenever you think you want to stop doing it, and people like it. That's a tough gig. I just was reading just yesterday. Cher wants to sell her $75 million home, and she's up there. she's got to be 70 something, right? And she needs a smaller house or whatever. I don't think she needs the money, but everything changes. All right, so that's it, folks. If you have any issues or anything that you think somebody else would like to see, I'm not making any money on this. I'm just trying to help. I'm trying to create a community and help people help each other, because there are some people who are like me. They're not idiots. My IQ. I know what my IQ is. I'm not stupid, but certain things they just don't get. It doesn't work for them smoothly. Eventually they do. So you miss certain things and you rush and whatever. Okay, so that's the end of this. This is the just to be sure, everybody knows. This is the I don't know if this is gonna come up backwards. This is the Figalt pot. It's not. It looks like PHI, but I watched somebody's video. Like I said, I don't want to quote any names because I did watch a bunch, as many as you can find. But he did say it is Pi Golf. The company is originally based in South Korea. They do have contact information for somewhere in California. Written. All right. So that's it. 22 minutes is more than enough. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comments. And if I don't have a question, maybe somebody else who reads this hopefully will be able to answer your question. And that's the bottom line. No, I'm not going to make any money on this. This is all so we can help each other. All right, everybody, thank you for watching, and take care.